Hello, my name's Sam Kimmins. I'm the head of RE100 with the Climate Group. It's a pleasure to be here, albeit virtually, presenting in Taipei. And I'd like to thank our hosts, Cathay Financial Holdings, for inviting me to speak here with some of the region's most influential businesses and the investment community. First, a little bit about RE100. RE100 is an initiative set up by the Climate Group in partnership with CDP that brings together over 340 of the world's most influential organisations, influential corporations, committed to 100% renewable electricity across their global operations. Together, those organisations represent electricity demand of over 350 terawatt hours per year. That's the equivalent electricity demand of the UK, or to look at another way, about 1.5 times the annual electricity demand of Taiwan. The growth of RE100 has been phenomenal, and particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. And we're delighted that 13 Taiwanese companies have now joined us, including our earliest member, TCI, through to global giants, TSMC. And I'm really happy to announce that we've received Cathay Financial Holdings' application to join RE100, and I really look forward to welcoming them to the initiative shortly. Thank you very much. So why are companies joining RE100? Why is renewable electricity so important to companies that they're committing not just to 1, 2, 5, 50%, but to 100% renewable electricity? Well, when RE100 started in 2014, businesses were telling us, well, it's the right thing to do. And over time, we think it will become, it will start to make business sense as prices come down. Well, zoom forward to 2021, and businesses are telling us really clearly that renewable electricity doesn't just make environmental sense, it makes business sense. The cost of renewables has dropped dramatically in the past 10 years, to the extent to which the IEA, the International Energy Agency, is telling us that solar is the cheapest form of electricity in history. So, of course, given the right market conditions, renewable electricity makes business sense. It makes business sense in other ways as well. Increasingly, companies are expecting their supply chains to reuse renewable electricity. And this isn't just European and US corporations like Unilever or Apple, BMW, Google, etc. This is also Asian companies, and I was delighted to find out at COP26 that TSMC, Delta Electronics, Acer and Asus have formed the Taiwan Climate Partnership, TCP, and are asking their suppliers to use renewable electricity. This is a truly global movement, and renewable electricity has unprecedented momentum. So, businesses are making real investment decisions, location decisions, and supply chain decisions based on their ability to secure renewable electricity. And governments are listening to this. The ability for Taiwanese business to secure renewable electricity and achieve RE100 is a critical consideration in industrial policy. And right now, there's legislation moving its way through the Korean National Assembly aimed at allowing power purchase agreements, direct deals between renewable electricity suppliers and developers and renewable electricity users. And we expect that legislation to move through either December this year or January next year. So really exciting times. Businesses are taking action, they're stepping up, they're really showing their direction of travel, and governments are taking note and following with supporting action. Now, what does this mean for the investment community? Well, of course, this is a huge opportunity for investors. Renewable electricity is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. RE100 alone is estimated to represent well over $100 billion in potential investment from those companies seeking to achieve 100% renewable electricity. And companies like our host, Cathay Holdings, are noting this and taking advantage. Today, Cathay Life is one of the largest investors in Taiwan's renewable energy sites, while Cathay United Bank was the first and is one of the largest lenders to both solar and offshore wind plants. This is a huge opportunity, and investors, if they're not already, should be piling in and really driving the transition forward. We've already heard how access to renewable electricity will also impact the viability of supply chains, and will in its macro sense, affect the viability of economies. For example, should Taiwan provide access to renewables in a way that their competitors in the region are not, that will give a distinct competitive advantage, and that should be noted by investors. But it's not just about investing in the new, it's also about recognising that the old world is disappearing. And one very clear message from COP26 was that we are phasing down coal. Coal is on its way out very, very rapidly. With the formation of groups like the Beyond Oil and Gas Alliance, we're also seeing fossil fuels on the whole are on their way out. Socially responsible and environmentally responsible investing is no longer just about having a small portfolio of environmentally responsible projects. It's about addressing the entire portfolio to ensure that it's aligned towards the future and companies that are resilient and aligned towards the energy transition, and actively avoiding those toxic assets that are absolutely not set up to survive in a 21st century energy environment. So the stakes are really high, but it's a really exciting time for sustainability leaders. And I really hope you have a great day. I thank Cathay Financial Holdings for inviting me to speak today, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Thank you very much.